It is Ray Skywalker Sunday evening. Come, let us meditate like a Jedi. A question was asked on Reddit. How can the mind be trained to do specific tasks with ease? And of course, as a geek, as a nerd, I have to use the right nomenclature. As a nerd, I'm reminded of one of the, I think it was Alien Resurrection with Sigourney Weaver, when she criticized or mocked the military scientists for wanting to domesticate the xenomorph, thinking they can make it sit, roll over, beg, play dead. Similarly, many of us try to do the same thing with our own mind, our own central nervous system. How can I bend me to my will, you might perhaps say or ask. And that brings up a very important question. Are we going to apply the lessons of the Tao Te Ching? Are we going to make the mistake of following the path of Yang, or instead follow the path of Yin? According to Lao Tzu, we should always choose Yin. Yang would say, I want to be controlling. Yin would say, I want to be laid back and go with the flow in the most wonderful way. A wonderful example of the two would be contrasting the Big Lebowski to the Dude. Well, that's all good and well, but how do you do that? How do we, if like most of us, we are already conditioned to be Yang, to be like the Big Lebowski, how do we escape that momentum? Fortunately, our central nervous system has our back. But first, some bad news. If we continue to rely on focus and analysis, we will continue to exhaust our prefrontal cortex and as such stimulate our amygdala, the seat of aggression and anxiety, the fuel upon which the Big Lebowski thrives. However, we can cooperate with our sympathetic nervous system. Every time we inhale, we can silently, and let me rephrase this. In meditation, during a practice, when we inhale, we can silently and mentally recite the demonstrative pronoun this. And for some reason, that helps our cerebral cortex to begin cooperating with the sympathetic nervous system ensconced within the middle third of our spinal cord. This is the part of our central nervous system that has evolved specifically to notice vulnerably, passively, viscerally, randomly, and fleetingly. Notice what? Notice sights, sounds, sensations, flavors, scents, and the like, such as emotions, intentions, thoughts, memories, and imaginings. And to do this easily and effortlessly and helpfully. But what are we to do with that which we notice? Once again, our central nervous system's got our back, in this case, quite literally. When we silently and mentally recite the one-syllable verb ease during our exhalation, our cerebral cortex begins cooperating with our parasympathetic nervous system, ensconced within both the lower third and the upper third of that same spinal cord. This parasympathetic nervous system has evolved to both physically relax as well as mentally release. And as such, that which we noticed during the previous inhalation could fleetingly feel a trifle less solid, less permanent, less defining. And therefore, letting go becomes, even momentarily, becomes that much more possible and effortless and easy. And so the great irony, according to the Buddha, is one does not have to spend aeons or lifetimes or even decades practicing these techniques. One can master them in as little as a week. Within a week, we could not only master the Buddha's techniques, but Lao Tzu's path, because the more we practice this mindfulness and meditation in harmony with our autonomic nervous system, doing it perhaps at least once every 12 hours, the more we will find that our choices and our utterances and our deeds begin flowing from the effortless effort of love's centered spontaneity. No, not scattered spontaneity, but centered spontaneity. And this is the key, not only to going with the flow, but doing so in the most wonderful